Hello everyone, Shabbat Shalom. On this Shabbat, as we enter into Shabbat Chukat in the Torah, it's been a crazy week. It's been a very, very busy week. We struggled as we continue to pray for the safe return of 3 Israeli teenagers that were kidnapped coming home from high school. We watched as the Presbyterian Assembly voted in a very, very close vote to divest from 3 companies that do business with Israel, which saddened the entire Jewish world. And I personally returned from Washington, D.C. as a delegate to the White House Summit on Working Families. It was an amazing program as we spoke about how to bolster the middle class and how people can come together to understand how families work best, and how fathers and mothers and spouses and children can come together as one family unit to not miss what's important in our lives, that we don't have regrets as to how we spend our time. And on this Sunday, I head to Israel with 40 18 through 26-year-olds, 15 of our own Temple Emmanuel kids, on a birthright trip that is connected with our Reform Movement's Kesher program, our college division. I'll spend 10 days in Israel, up and down and all over, looking at the incredible beauty that Israel has to offer. If you haven't been to Israel, there will be a trip this summer that Rabbi David is taking. We urge you to participate and be a part of that program and enjoy and take part in Israel's incredible heritage and history. In this week's Torah portion, as we talk about Israel, and as we talk about our teenagers that we want returned to their parents' arms, and as we look at the divestment from Israel from the Presbyterians, this week's Torah portion speaks about Moses. And Moses recognizes the fact that in this week's Torah portion, his siblings die, both Aaron and Miriam. And he's also recognized in the fact that he's told he can't go into Israel. He'll never get to the promised land because of him losing his patience with the people. As God tells him when they complain bitterly about water, God tells him to tap the rock. No, he tells them to speak to the rock. And he says, talk to the rock and ask for water. And the rock will give you water, Moses. And instead, Moses smacks the rock twice. And water does come. But because he lost his patience and he showed his lack of faith in God at that moment in front of the children of Israel, he's told he can't go in. And it's a huge lesson, not just to leaders, but also to general people as well. Is that who is the one who is strong? Who's Ezehu Gibor? The one who's strong is the one who keeps their emotions in check. Life is not easy. There's so many things that happen. However, the one who is strong, the one who shows that strength of character is the one who controls their emotions. The one who addresses not only the joys, the sorrows, the challenges, the opportunities, with a sense of perspective. What's really that important to get upset about? And how do we express our disappointment at certain things? As we express our anger at the decision to divest from Israel, how do we open that dialogue? How do we try to understand? How do we try to educate? How do we try to move forward? How do we try to understand the pain and agony of these parents who watch that their kids are kidnapped and not returned right now? As a community, we must be strong. We must persevere. And we must move forward. We must pray together. We must study together. And hope that the future will be better tomorrow. That's the hope, Hatikva, the hope of the Jewish people. So on this Shabbat, come and pray with our community. Learn and study. On Friday night, we have a mini minyan service starting at 6 p.m., along with our Kabbalat Shabbat service, also at 6 p.m. here at the temple. And down the shore at Huntington Beach in Margate, We'll also have a Shabbat down the shore, the first of 3 Shabbat at the shores. Please come and join us beginning at 6:30 to celebrate as well. Come, have Shabbat with us. Have Torah study on Saturday morning. Enrich your lives. Connect to your Judaism and to your community. So I wish you a beautiful, restful, and peaceful Shabbat Shalom.